Welcome to what may be the last episode of Metal Gear Solid. We'll see how it goes. There's an awful lot of cutscenes to get through.
It's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear. But it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, no mechanics. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the
What,
three
by
keys.
inputting the PAL keys again?
Like Oscar said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files?
I've never actually done this, but I wonder if you can go back to the
There are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know.
Snake seems somewhat surprised by that. Are you kidding me?
I'm counting on you.
Whatever. Right, we will... Oh dear, there's a guy there.
Somebody there?
No. Oh, what a shot. I'll take that any day, mate. So if I'm right, there's a thing over there. Yeah, I can see it already. There's two pipes in there. So part of the trick here is to use that little balcony. But we'll get to that shortly. See if I can equip my rations just in case I really need to. Oh, Otcon.
Snake, it's me again.
You just called me.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his third security
Alright.
level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I've never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay. Keep trying.
Why did you call me? Whatever. A waste of a... What are you calling me for?
Snake, I did it.
It took like a second.
Security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system?
I like to think he's got like...
Haven't
He's
found
got a
it.
file for Metal Gear on his desktop. Probably next to like porn or
Found
something.
something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon.
What,
Just
Metal
as I
Gear?
thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective.
Snake like sneaky.
That's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
It's a stealth weapon?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
It's true.
Why weren't they able to develop one up until now?
Because of the missile's rocket propulsion system. It would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Because of that?
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon.
It is a very
Political
good
point of
weapon.
view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspection.
Yes.
Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
Wow.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean with VR experiments?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network.
Because I've got it on disk.
I think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No. Also,
Also, it said there was nothing on it though.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
so, you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Yep. You do you, Otacon. You do you. Right, there's a boy here somewhere. Ah, he's down there. That's fine. Is this what camera? Ah, that's below me. Huh? Oh, he's not actually there.
Was there a noise just now?
No. I'm gonna ignore that. Sorry, guys. Of course, if there's any questions about the story, if there's any coded calls you wanted to hear, for fuck's sake, you can play the game yourself, or you can drop a comment and I can respond as best as I can. I know the story pretty well, so I'll give it a go.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Nice stump, Ocelot.
For Cherniton, Russia.
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
Liquid.
Yep.
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site.
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean
China.
top secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India.
That's not what the subtitle said.
I see.
Yes.
Also, I don't know what CNTBT is, so...
They'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders.
They're in it for the money.
Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Money.
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well.
Snake is not even, like,
I'm also including
stealthy,
the
he's just...
FoxDie vaccine in our demands.
He's right by the door.
FoxDie. It killed Octopus and the Arms Tech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with amphetamine and adrenaline levels in the blood. They deployed a product still in development into live combat. No surprise it was unreliable. They must have been desperate.
In any case,
You can see Snake's arm.
heard from your friend
They know he's there.
Sergei Golukovich at Spetsnaz
Whatever.
Yet?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? That Galukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
Maybe so. But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we joined forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the Genome Soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with
He's such a
the Russians
concerned
will
leader.
boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here. It's going to be a long war.
We could still escape.
We have the new nuclear power, and we're going to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? Fighting the whole world? From here, we can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar and totally immune to interception. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
It's a very big base, though.
Boss, what about your promise to Colonel Galukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
What is this music, man?
Thinking of
Oh my
reviving the
god.
boss's dream.
From today, you can call this place Outer Heaven.
Boss's dream. Boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden? If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman?
Aha!
Want me to kill her?
Meryl's still alive.
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
I'm glad the Snake got there way after I did.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Uh-huh.
How's it going there?
They finished inputting the PAL codes. So, how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see, the override system that the president was talking about, it can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
You need the keys for input. 3 of them.
But I only have the one. Where are the others?
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy.
Yes.
God,
It's a
Snake.
material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key
Yeah.
changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
Yeah. That's the trick to the keys.
See the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
You don't need binoculars for that.
Terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. You input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
I like how they actually put his voice in like a kind of phone,
First I changed
like
the
tunnel
shape of the card.
effect.
Then
It's very
I input
interesting.
them in order, right?
That's right. the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system, and it's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Wow. Wow. Is he gonna flip over the door again? Hmm.
The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Slink! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
That's not very nice. For your brother to say that to you,
You've got
it's pretty horrible.
that key.
Snake, you've got to get that key. Okay, I'll go get the key. It shouldn't be too hard. It's like just over here somewhere.
Was there a noise just now?
Boom. That was a terrible headshot. It's not that way, it's like another way. Do you think this boy's back to life? He is. Oh no, he's not. So, the trick to the card key is it's in a moose. Sorry, I'm Scottish. It's in a mouse, and well, it can be in a mouse. That's the problem here. Is it can be in a mouse, so we need to find said mouse. Boom. So that could be the key. Hopefully it is the key. It's the key. Sweet. So we can head back upstairs now and use said PAL key. You can go through the water, and occasionally, you know, it's in the water. I don't actually know what triggers the mouse, to be honest. Occasionally it'll be in the mouse. I don't know why. I guess the mouse eats it when it's in the water, but the whole idea of it being in the mouse or in the water, I'm not entirely sure how that all works. But regardless, I picked it up in the mouse, so I should hopefully be able to come back here and trigger the first lock on the door. I'm getting a wee bit slow down because this room is... There's a lot going on in this room, so it lags out the game a little bit, so it makes it a fair bit slower. If I take out these cameras... I shouldn't actually have to worry about them at all. Ever again. Excuse me. So yeah, we're going to be inputting the first PAL key, which is the room temperature key, which is the key we've had the whole fucking time. Like I said earlier, there is a trick to changing the temperature on the cards, and it's only in this version of the game. So we'll be taking full advantage of that one, and I'll explain how you're supposed to do it in a second. Sweet.
Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2. Freeze the key.
So the idea is that with the card key equipped, you head back to the frozen area where you fight Raven, and you stay there for a minute, and it will freeze the card. We are not going to do that. We're going to do speedrun strats, and it should hopefully involve us not even leaving this room. That's how quick this process is. Admittedly, I'm not 100% sure how to do it, but it should be like here somewhere. Oh my god, I died. I'm glad I pressed the right button. Whoops. is one way to say it. I'm gonna save state so I don't have to do that again. Whoops! I died! Okay, well, you know. We'll figure that one out. You're supposed to, like... maybe I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing it wrong? No. You're supposed to, like, drop down to it. Obviously, I screwed up there. So let's figure out if we can do it again. Yeah, you're supposed to, like, drop down to it. So, if I do it... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. So if I drop down here... There we are. So with the PAL key equipped, I can equip the SOCOM. And I want to freeze the keys. I want liquid nitrogen. Boom. There we are. Key's frozen. It's as easy as that. That's gonna hurt, but that's fine. I can deal with that. And now we just have to run up to the top room and put the key back in. Obviously, for the Steam key, we'll have to go back. Sorry, for the hotkey, we'll have to go back and do the pipe again. But it just, at least it's all done within this room. I don't have to go through, you know, elevators and enemy rooms again. For the hotkey, you have to go back to the blast furnace, which is like way after Sniper Wolf. I say way after, it wasn't even that long ago. But yeah, you've got to go all the way back to the blast furnace and stay there for a minute to freeze the key, to heat the key up. Sorry. So that's the thing you gotta do. But at least in Twin Snakes, they added those pipes in to make it a lot easier. If I didn't say it before as well, I didn't even know about those pipes until I watched Awesome Games Done Quick, and the guy who was speedrunning Metal Gear said that you could do that, and I was like, that's amazing, because like I said, I've never played Twin Snakes before, so this is awesome.
Okay, there goes PAL code number 2. Next comes PAL number 3. Warm the key.
Warm the key. Again, the exact same process. I wish there was an easy way to get over there from like here, but I can pretty much tell there's not. Yeah, nah, you've got to go all the way around, which is fine. It's not too far away. I just don't want to die again on the fall. What I might do actually is save state on the ledge to make sure that I actually do the drop correctly again. I say that like it's a obscenely hard thing to do. It's not an obscenely hard thing to do. What? Oh, I've almost missed it there. Whatever. SOCOM equipped. Shoot Steam. There we are. Hotkey. It is as easy as that. Oh.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking
I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it.
You have
It
friends?
looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called FoxDie?
Maybe.
No. FoxDie? Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details.
Have you figured this one out yet? Have you figured this out,
It's
audience
very
member,
similar.
viewer,
The cause
patron,
of death.
subscriber?
Arms Tech President
Have you figured this one out yet?
I mean, Decoy Octopus die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently FoxDie kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi
Doesn't Master
use
Miller
some
sound
kind of
familiar?
protection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure, but he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay. I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed
I thought he turned the monitor off. Whatever.
Arrest.
She was sending coded messages toward the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So, it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the FoxDie vaccine must be around somewhere.
Is that all you think about?
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
There's certainly some fishy stuff going on here. Nothing's adding up. Ah, sugar.
What was that sound?
Yeah, what was that sound? Come get me. I can't even go around this way. It's fine. No. Boom. Headshot. I don't think the other guy will be up yet. So it should just be smooth sailing from here. Oh god, he's awake. Oh no.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi, what the
I
hell?
wasn't even looking at the
Remember, you're
timer.
busy right
Whatever.
now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' faces, my name, the name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
Because you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager. He was a young soldier when he picked me
Whoops.
up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me.
I like rations.
Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox.
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who's he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom. This America. But then he and my brother went back to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple.
Ooh.
I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound.
Sorry about that.
And it was my best chance to meet you. And I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you.
Well, I beat him.
I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About FoxDie. FoxDie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. FoxDie contains smart enzymes, created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA.
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
I'm so lost.
That's a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis. You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi.
It's brutal. That's really brutal.
Program that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm the one who made the decision to use FoxDie.
Huh? You weren't.
No. You were injected with FoxDie as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that... No. That's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing that I wanted to tell you was... Snake...
Hey! What are you doing?
Oh, I wanted to know what she was gonna say. That seemed really important.
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more honest missions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that FoxDie was a part of this operation? Colonel,
I'm pretty sure she meant what she said.
She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Oh my god. Yep, I forgot about that.
It's the enemy. I need
No, 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 no. Maybe.
It's the
Maybe. Nothing. Everything's fine here. You know, how are you? No. Away with you. Save state. Save state. Boom. And we're going to use the PAL key on the third laptop. And then I guess we're going to listen to even more stuff that happens in this game. There's a lot of talking that happens in these scenes, but they're all good, so I'll let them go. That's the last PAL key. Didn't even have to leave the room.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated. Ready for launch.
No. Why?
We've been duped. God damn it, Snake. You didn't realize there was only one key? There was never any other keys.
Deactivated it.
They fooled you. You activated it. Ah.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mance's psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was FoxDie.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case,
Who do you think, Snake? For Christ's sake, man, you're so dumb.
Glimpses the power of this weapon. The White House will have no choice but to surrender the FoxDie vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful.
Ho 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 ho
In the
ho.
torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Really?
Campbell, you're too late.
God damn.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Oof.
Liquid. How the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Oh. So I've got the... Oh no. There we are. My controller disconnected there. That was really scary, but I've got the gas mask, so I'll be able to do that, and I'll need to trigger a dialogue scene with Otacon to get out of this room.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
So I've got to wait a minute. Fine. What I'll do is I will do nothing, because there's nothing in this room. Jesus.
I hacked into security.
Good.
Snake, I'm opening the door.
Thank you. Awesome. So yeah, we survived that. You actually don't need the gas mask, to be honest, but I think it just helps when it comes to avoiding drowning. Yeah, so we'll head out to the next room. Why is he shirtless?
Liquid!
Oh, okay. You didn't even get the choice.
Snake, did you like my sunglasses?
Oh,
You point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us.
I'll warn you right now, these scenes can be pretty long.
Decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
I'm going to eat a biscuit now.
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread FoxDie.
FoxDie? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered FoxDie's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder. Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to FoxDie's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the FoxDie vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
What if there's not a cure? What?
Yeah, why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by FoxDie.
What the fuck?
But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Twin Snakes.
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed...
Can I just say that this scene plays out in the original as them talking to each other on the railing,
You got all of the old
and it
man's
works.
dominant genes. I
You
got all the
don't need to do
recessive
flips.
genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge.
Alright,
You don't
Jesus.
even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll
This
finish
acting,
the
though,
work that
Jesus.
Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him.
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
Oh well, things are about to get real Metal Gear up in here.
Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother.
Now,
You shall bear witness to the demon weapon that will drag the world
into the 21st century!
I still don't believe that if they had the technology, this is the Metal Gear they would have made, if you know what I mean. Admittedly, this scene plays out relatively similar to the PS1 version, but I'm just saying, the game overall, it would still be the original. It wouldn't be this weird shit, like, whatever. Well, we're about to fight Metal Gear with nothing but a SOCOM, apparently. If you play the game without the SOCOM? Does he just never equip? Does he never pull out the gun?
But how do I stop it?
I already know how to stop it, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit, but it's fine. Oh, you can zoom in. So annoyingly enough, chaff grenades seem like they've been nerfed in this version of the game. They don't seem to last very long, so I'm not entirely sure how this fight's gonna go, to be perfectly honest. But I'm gonna do my best. When I played this originally, I cheesed the hell out of it. So we're gonna see how this one goes. Wait, what? How does that even work? Whatever.